Welcome back to the Dino Squad show. We are here to talk about the next two episodes of the Darth Maul show, episodes 5 and 6. Yeah, what do
Should
you
we
guys
should we just
think?
begin?
We're like halfway through the show now.
More than
It,
halfway.
yeah, it feels okay. It doesn't. It feels extremely rushed, but also super slow. I don't know how that makes sense.
I kind of feel that too. Like, I feel like we need more episodes. I don't. It doesn't feel like we only have 4 episodes left and we're getting near the end of the season. But that's kind of at the point we're at.
Like, I honestly, the more I watch the show, the more I'm like, I can have this go on for 10 seasons, and like a season every 6 months or whatever. Like, imagine if they do it like kind of like the Rebel scheduling in a way, where it kind of just went nonstop for 4 years.
Yeah,
Or
that would
or
be
like
fun.
Bad Batch as well. I mean, it did that with Bad Batch too, right? They had 3 seasons in 4 years, right?
Yeah, and the seasons
Yeah.
were long because they released like one episode a week, and it was 16 weeks, I think.
Yeah, and they just need to add. They just have to make sure season 2 has more episodes, which I think this is more of a test than anything.
Yeah. Um, I mean, it definitely feels like the show. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like the show kind of feels like it just kicked up speed now. And we actually
Uh,
have
I
a
feel like
plot.
we have a future game plan now. I felt like it was
Yeah.
always very fast paced and I was always intrigued in it. But yes, this has like the overarching story built into it now where you could see progression happening in real time. Yeah, so I would
Yeah.
kind of agree.
Yeah. Though I will say for like episode 5, I felt like uh it was kind of like a very much just an establishing episode because not much happens in episode 5 for
Yeah,
like just the entire
I
main
remember
arc.
when we watched it, you're like, "That's it? Are we serious?" like this show just really wants you to want more. Like it makes you want more of the show, and I feel like that's such a great thing. But also with it having 10 episodes and each episode being like 22 minutes long, this I feel like the show just needs to have like a 24 episode season, not a 10 episode season. It's not like so far it's not made for 10 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The difference with like this show and like the Star Wars shows that are like 8 or 10 episodes long is that the 8 or 10 episode uh series, they're like twice as long per episode, so it really
Yeah,
is like a 16. But I feel like even though we're done with episode 6, we're getting to like where episode 3 should have ended off.
yeah, yeah, I completely agree. Because this was like the establishing episode. I feel like what you said, Dino, in our first review of like the first 2 episodes is that the first season might just be like all set up for future seasons. Which, like, when we watch it now, we will be disappointed. But I feel like in years in the future, we would kind of like take it for granted after the series is over.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it is that way, like I feel like that criticism could easily go by because because in the future we will have like we won't have to wait. We can just move
Yeah,
on to the next episode.
it's a temporary criticism, I guess.
Yeah.
Which that's kind of like
Uh
the only thing the show has right now is the temporary criticism. Like it doesn't really have very much striking criticism so far that I've really picked up on. Like maybe a few minute things. Like I feel like the voice actors, is it just me or like the voice actors don't really fit the face sometimes or like the character?
I feel like I don't know. I feel like what's Devin's master's name again? I forgot.
Daki?
Doc, I feel like it doesn't really fit. I don't know.
No, okay, Barton, you're gonna hate this, but I think Lawson's voice doesn't fit.
It probably doesn't either. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, like and also like his higher up lady, I felt like did not do good. Two Boots, I think is similar, but I think I like Two Boots voice actor
Yeah.
as a droid more. Maybe not Two Boots himself, but yeah, that's the only criticism I have so far. Is like the voice acting. It's not bad. It just is weird.
Yeah. Two Boots wishes he was K2SO.
Yeah,
I I don't know whether I have that same criticism. I mean, I feel like it works enough for me, but I maybe Lawson might be the only one that might be a bit iffy on for me. The voice doesn't matching the
Yeah.
appearance of the character, but um,
I feel like it once the season sets in and grows into us, I think we'll be fine with it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know what criticisms do I have. Honestly, the show's good. Again, it still hasn't wowed me yet.
Mm.
So I'm still sitting at like an 8 out of 10 thus far.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm a little bit. I would say 8 out of 8.5 for me right now, which just one upping you, I guess, with that. But I think it's a little bit better than an 8 out of 10. But it's just a very fun, enjoyable show. It flows relatively nicely. I know we're saying it's taking forever to build up anything, but again, it's only 20-minute episodes and 10 episodes. I don't really fault the episodes or the show itself. I kind of fault Disney for just giving it 10 episodes.
mhm.
Yeah.
Barton, where are you sitting at it?
Probably somewhere like 8.5 out of 10. I kind of don't really know because uh I feel like just not a lot has happened, so I kind of need to wait and see. Maybe at the end of
Mm-hmm.
the season, I'll have a proper thought on what I think of the whole show.
Yeah, I think we all agree that I feel like this show just kind of just started with
Yeah,
these
it's just a
first 2 episodes.
good show. Like, because like even with Andor, I feel like you could find criticisms with it as well. Like great in first season, think the second season was just extremely good. But I'm trying to think of every Star Wars show. I felt like every Star Wars show had like a major criticism, and the Maul just doesn't really have criticism to it. It's just a good thing that's going on.
Yeah.
You're just waiting for that moment where it jumps up to great.
Yeah.
It's like a
Uh,
young talent.
Mm-hmm. Should we
Wait a
talk
minute.
about the extra stuff that happened in the show?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? Our theory was wrong about
Yeah,
Lawson's wife.
Yeah.
unfortunate. The worst. I remember. I think you gasped when you, or like not gasped, but you're disappointed when you realized she's a super nice person who's definitely gonna betray the Empire.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wanted her to be just straight evil, just so I could say Lawson was right.
Yeah, because like I don't know what the kid would do. What is his name, Riley? Which also,
Yes, Riley.
bro, that's the most child of a police officer name you could think of. Like, I know that's very specific, but if you're thinking of a child of a police officer where the police officer is the main character, the kid's gonna be named Riley.
Or
Whether
Miles
it's a boy.
Morales.
Well, yeah, but I said that's why I said police officer's the main character. A main
Yeah,
character.
that's true.
Miles is the main character.
That's a good point.
It's like, because it doesn't matter the gender either way, because Riley's like a unisex name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. Like I said, I felt like episode 5 was very much a, a nothing burger because we do have Maroc just aura farming the whole entire episode.
Oh my god. Yeah, I was saying it the entire time watching it. Man, it is straight or a farm. Like Marok looks like the coolest character. Like, he looks like the character Luke is defeating in in Return of the Jedi. Like, why does he look like the biggest, most important character in all of Star Wars in Episode 5? Like, he looks so intimidating.
Yeah, I think this is the first time that an Inquisitor has ever had war.
Yeah. Oh, okay. To be fair, the one that Ahsoka kills in the Tales of the Jedi
Oh yeah.
series did have insane aura until the fight happened. Right?
Yeah, that just depleted all.
Yeah, that depleted all his aura. And we know Barok's end as well.
Yeah, we do, and it's Ahsoka as well.
Yeah, Ahsoka just makes. Granted, you look at every Inquisitor ever except the Grand Inquisitor, all of them lose all their aura as soon as they face Ahsoka.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Grand Inquisitor just
Yeah.
didn't have the chance to lose his aura to Ahsoka because he lost it to Kanan.
Yeah, and then like of course the Night Sisters in Jedi Fallen Order, of course, they lost
Yeah.
their aura to Cal or Vader himself.
Okay, but it's Vader. It's kind of
Yeah.
hard to keep Or with Vader.
Okay,
Mhm.
giving credit to Maroc though, he did actually do pretty well in this episode,
He
and I
seems like the strongest Inquisitor. Like if he's one of the first Inquisitors, right next to like the Grand Inquisitor, right? Like he seems like a former Jedi Knight, not just a Padawan.
I'm pretty sure he's a former Jedi Knight.
Yes. Yeah, so,
almost all the Inquisitors are like former Jedi Knights. I'm pretty sure.
A lot of them are former Padawans too, right?
Yeah, I thought they were most
Yeah.
Padawan.
Like
What?
the ones Cal faces are Padawans.
Yeah. Yes. But yeah, he did a lot better than what we were theorizing, and I remember I went back to that TikTok you posted, Barton. Shout out
Oh
to the
yeah.
TikTok. And I remember seeing one of the comments saying, you know, after watching these two episodes, I don't know, Barack did pretty well.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah.
I mean,
But yeah, but
yeah.
that's skipping
I
ahead to
I
like the
I
second
think
episode.
Maroc he just looks so cool, and it makes Inquisitors act because like I feel like Inquisitors were falling into the General Grievous rabbit hole where
No,
they just don't ever look good at all, and like if as long as like he's not really losing per se, like he was outnumbered so against and he's facing freaking Maul, so I didn't really
Yeah.
expect him to win, but he really holds his own there, and like it's to the point where I think the Jedi Master is gonna die to Maroc, and that's what changes Devin to
yeah.
join Maul, because it's to the point where like especially with the last few episodes, I don't think Maul is gonna kill the Jedi Master now, like at
Oh
all,
yeah.
and
Yeah, I don't think
he
so
might
either.
quote unquote attempt, but like I feel like after these last few episodes, I don't. It's not his goal anymore. He's just gonna show Devin that he is right. He's gonna prove himself in like a sense that will fool a Padawan, but like of course we would all be just telling Devin what the hell was wrong with you for believing him. But like the Jedi Master's definitely gonna die by the end of episode 10. Like I am almost
Yeah,
certain. And then like I wonder if Lawson's gonna be part of the Maul crew, quote unquote.
I feel like that's his only choice now that his career's cooked.
Yeah. And then what about the son? Like the son, I wonder if they're gonna do like I said this to Dino when we were watching it. Are they trying to set up like a romance angle between the
Yes.
freaking son and Devin?
Yes, I think they are.
I think so. Yeah.
It's because like I don't think it's working, and like usually that gets me immediately, but I don't think this is working. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I feel like they do it with like every time there's just like one child guy and one child girl, they're being set up for a relationship, like Oliver and Tech Jacket, or Ryan and Zoe from the
Yeah,
Invisible the Voice.
yeah, cause like
Yeah.
it Loki they kind of took that from freaking anime in a way, cause I feel like every shonen anime, especially like longer ones, like Naruto of course, but like Black Clover. Even like one of my favorite animes, Dan. Granted, that one's an actual romance show. It just has battle shonen built into it, which shonen barn is like boys action, pew pew pow, basically.
Oh.
Yeah,
Hmm.
the best way to describe it. But I feel like they always do that. They just need to fulfill with it because like with Ezra and Sabine as well, because they tried to do that in season one, and I felt like it could have worked if they focused on it, right? Because Sabine Ezra is probably the largest non-confirmed ship in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Except like obviously the best one, which is Anakin and Obi-Wan, of course. No one could bat an eye to that, right, Dinu?
Yeah.
But other than Anakin and Obi-Wan shippers, like it is Sabine and Ezra, which I think now, if they do it now, it will just feel weird.
I feel like they might do that now. I'm kind of
I
scared.
like it depends on how they do it, because Ezra's saying that Sabine's like a sister to her, but now I feel like it's swapped, right? Because at first it was Ezra having a crush on Sabine and like, oh, she's super pretty and whatnot, super cool, and now it's like Sabine is like having remorse that he's gone and just maybe built him up in her head or whatever. I like how we just got off topic about
Yeah,
freaking
we're
some
not
game
even
Yeah,
talking
episodes.
about what
we're
we're
talking
talking
about
about.
Ahsoka season 2.
It's not our talks where we just go off into random tangents. Okay,
Hey, bro.
let's go back to episode 6 now.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, because I
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
like episode 5. I mean, we saw her mom.
yeah, her mom is very boring. Or the mom, not her mom, because it's
The
Riley.
mom.
Riley, yeah,
Not her. Yeah.
Riley's mom. Lawson's
Um.
stupid ex.
yeah. I'm glad he broke up with her.
Yeah, freaking Empire supporter.
Yeah, let's just go on to 6 because that's literally the only thing I can think of that's remotely like talkable.
6,
from that episode.
like I low key, the Jedi Master is wrong by just showing up at their house. Like,
Yeah, he's kind of
Yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah.
he's just wrong to do that. Like, even if he's doing that, like maybe Lawson was already gonna be killed or dealt with, right? Maybe, but even then, like for them to just show up unannounced like that, and then to bring this kid involved, like that. Granted, they were of course not trying to bring the kid involved, but like it is kind of his fault. Like I guess if we see the next episodes and they kind of like, oh, they find out it was always the plan to stop Lawson or whatnot.
Yeah, I think it was, but I mean, I also think it's unfair because Lawson asked for the Jedi Master's help and he kind of wasn't really there.
Yeah. Oh, and
And
then
now that he needs help,
like,
because
was
he
it
just
just me, or when
he
they
just
did like the witty stuff with like the freaking Jedi Master and Lawson, and like when they're in the it's the brothel? No, the casino, right? It's a casino, not a brothel. What it like when in episode 6 when they go to
When they're in the middle of a fight and he's like, "Is that supposed to make me feel better?"
yeah, like they're just doing random quips. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is like usually I'm fine with it, but it felt so out of left field. Granted, now that I say this, it's the most Star Wars cartoon thing ever
It
to
is.
do
It
it.
is
like
100%.
it's
Yeah.
like the bars in Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, it's the like Clone Troopers or like anything in the Clone Wars. Rebels season 1 is filled with that. By the way, if you ever rewatch season
Oh
1,
yeah.
that's literally 90% of their dialogue is quips with each other in the middle of fights in season 1. That's probably
Yeah.
why it's so disliked. It gets better as it goes on, but like I feel like the Bad Batch had some of it too. So it's
Yeah.
I don't even think it's a bad thing. I was just like, huh, I did not know this Jedi was a witty character. Like, why are we playing him off as a witty character? Like, I feel like he's best when he's like a super observant Jedi.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad thing. It was just weird.
Yeah, I can definitely get that criticism because it's like, you have these characters in like danger. They're in a firefight and they're just
Yeah.
whipping at each other. And it kind of takes away from the seriousness of what's happening.
Yeah.
Especially for a show like this that's about Maul.
But also, I feel like to give more credit to that, like they do their like comedic or quote unquote comedic character or witty characters very well. Because Vario is an amazing character. I love Vario, and like the freaking droid character.
Oh yeah.
The spy droid, like those guys are making like the downtime so well because Vario is such a likable character, which I still don't know how he ever got in the position of mob boss. By the way, how did he ever be able to do that?
Well, like we said last time, remember that dude from Rebels who was like always working with Hondo, like the red dude?
Yeah,
How did he become a mob boss?
yeah. It's always funny just thinking about that. That's why I love Star Wars so much. It just makes you think of how stupid some characters' designs are. It's like these guys don't make any sense whatsoever.
Hey, bro, that's the magic of it.
That's why we watch it. Is for the stupid little freaking scoundrel characters.
Oh yeah. What do we think of the like action so far that the show has given us?
It's amazing.
It's
The
great.
animation is so unbelievably perfect. It's actually like, dare I say, it's on par, like it's on par if not better than was Arcane at this point. Like, it is so stunning. Like, I feel like Arcane is amazing, because of the soundtrack that goes along with it as well. Like with every action fight. Burn, have you seen Arcane?
I watched season 1,
Yeah, like
so I
you,
definitely
you so
know about.
yeah, you know that the songs that go in with action fights, every episode there's like a song that goes with an action fight. Those
Mhm.
make those amazing animation scenes 10 times better. I feel like Maul, although it does have that, I feel like Maul's animation kind of just makes your like your jaw drop to the floor to where it just looks so good, especially when they do like the watercolors for like the skyscrapers. Instead of just perfectly drawing the skyscrapers in, they're kind of doing like remember in Spider Verse, Across the Spider Verse, when they're in the Miles Morales where he's the Prowler world, where it's
Oh
like the
Yeah.
purple.
yeah.
It kind of reminds me of that, or of Gwen Stacy's world as
Yeah,
well.
Gwen Stacy was really good.
Like
Yeah.
it kind of reminds me like you can tell that they're like they might have like a similar animation team because it's because it's Sony as well, but like so they wouldn't have similar animation teams, but you could tell that they had heavy influences from them and they know what like Across the Spider Verse does well because like when you watch modern movies today that try to do like have that flair that the Spider Verse movies has, they don't really do it well. But like Maul does it extremely well, and it's taking the best from Arcane and the best from Spider Verse movies and just blending it together to make it such a special animation. I always think that's
Yeah,
really
that's
good.
good.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. The visuals itself are just really good. I'd say the action scenes too are also like very good.
Oh
They're very
yeah,
Yeah.
high energy and all that stuff.
like the train fighting, like
Oh
it
yeah,
is so well choreographed too. Like I felt like I was watching something from the prequels. like it's so well done because like with Clone Wars and Rebels, the fighting was good, but not this. Like Clone Wars season 7 maybe will be an outlier, but this like saber fighting is so insanely good. It's actually surprising how well they have done so far with the action and animation that it's kind of making the show. That's why I get like bonus points where it's not like a straight up 8 out of for me. It's going to that 8.5 to even a 9 if this when the season concludes if it keeps up this rate. Because the animation is just
Mm,
that good and the action is just so spectacular.
yeah.
yeah.
I've been talking a lot. What do you guys think?
One of my favorite parts is kind of not really a fight, but I just thought it was funny where Merrick had his special spinny lightsaber, and then Maul did it authentically by actually spinning his lightsaber.
Oh,
Oh
I
yeah.
did love that too. I did like Maul's like, "What the hell are you doing, man?" What
Yeah,
that was.
it's really good.
Yeah, that was a really nice scene. Like again with like it just has so much little details that are so great. Like some of my favorite things when watching especially animation movies because animation shows tend to not do this as much. But I love looking at the background characters and how they're animated. So, especially like Star Wars does that's probably why I got such an interest in it cuz Star Wars the background characters are always so extremely interesting to me. Like maybe this is just me nitpicking like the background stuff, but like just seeing what they're doing. Sometimes they're doing really goofy things. Like did knew that one freaking person that turned out to be a spy.
Oh yeah.
Like did you see that like hideous creature that was talking to the girl that owns the casino?
The bird.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
the hideous, awful looking bird. Like I was just didn't even remember. I was disgusted by it when I saw it. Like I'm like I hate this thing, and then it turned out to be a freaking important character, or at least semi-important character, because they freaking called the Empire on it. It's so it's so peak.
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, do we have anything else to say about the episode before we go to the cliffhanger episode 6?
I
Oh
don't think so.
yeah, we can go to the cliffhanger.
Okay. Maroc contacting a mysterious someone who
Who?
is a lord.
Yeah, that's
It's
definitely
either Vader
not.
or Palpatine.
Yeah, it's Vader or like I don't think Palpatine. Did Palpatine even talk to the Inquisitors?
Uh,
he,
he sent the
he
Inquisitor and Rebels. I remember that
but
because I watched one recently.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
So he does sometimes, but it's most likely Vader. Unless
Yeah.
Palpatine wants. I don't think Palpatine cares anymore, honestly, about what
Like,
Maul does.
honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing Vader versus Maul. It's just Maul has zero chance. Like, Maul is the B plus tier saber fighter, and then he goes to face Vader, who's like the best probably at this era right now.
Well,
He's
I
just
guess
gonna get cooked.
yeah,
Yeah.
no,
You. The main worry is that, like, if you're going to have Maul versus Vader, you're gonna have to come up with an excuse as to why both parties come out of it alive.
Yeah, cause
yeah.
or else it would
um,
be like the Kenobi situation.
yeah. Or you have another
It'll be
repeat of the
easy.
Kenobi situation, which I have criticized the crap out of that, but
Yeah, literally ruined the show for some people, aka Dinu.
I mean, I have my problems, but it was kind of already rude by then, so didn't do
Princess Leia getting chased by people. I
but yeah.
didn't we watch Kenobi together too?
it.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, because that was the
Yeah,
only live action show I think we've watched together.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, I 100% definitely Vader in my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely not Grand because Grand doesn't go by
If it's Grand
lore.
Grand
Inquisitor,
Lord.
we will be so disappointed.
Yeah,
Mainly because of like the things we say, where the Vader is the one that gets called Lord and Grand Inquisitor doesn't.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I definitely. So we know for a fact that the other Inquisitor from Tales of the Jedi is gonna appear too,
Mm-hmm.
but we also know that he can't die. Marok's a question of whether the Night Sisters revived him in the Ahsoka show, because
Mm-hmm.
that's up in the air.
yeah,
And he could die in the show,
Yeah.
and you could
yeah.
write it off as like Dark Night Sister magic for him and later, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but the other guy has to live. So I'm very curious because they picked like Inquisitors we already knew that we
Yeah, that's the problem.
know at least survive. At least Marok. Marok's in the air, but
No, I think
That's the
Marok
problem with characters.
dies though. I'm not probably not in season 1 at this point because he's started so late in the show's basically is like already ha- over halfway over.
yeah.
But I don't.
So
What was the other Inquisitor? I forgot what the other Inquisitor was. I haven't looked at the trailer in a while.
Hard. You just call him the fraud.
Uh, yeah,
uh, the one from Tales of the Jedi with the
Yeah.
plague mask. I think
yeah.
it's fifth, but I don't know. That Inquisitor has been like retconned too, so it's like.
Wait, what has?
So Tales of the Jedi retconned the Ahsoka book
Oh,
and changed the Inquisitor that she kills.
Mm,
So I don't remember what the name was of the plague mask Inquisitor. I'm not sure whether it was they just replaced him with the name Fifth Brother or whether it's a completely different Inquisitor. I don't know.
yeah.
But um but yeah, the point. What does kind of concern me is the fact that we have characters that we know will live. So there's a part of like that tension that's also like, well, we know that these characters survive this fight no matter what.
Or like,
yeah.
well, I feel like we only know that Maul lives, right? And of course, like maybe David, definitely David.
Maul is. I don't see them killing Devin anytime soon.
Yes, of course.
Lawson will not die.
But I feel like Marok, in theory, could die at any time, right?
Yeah,
Because,
Marok, I feel like is the only exception.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's also going with the assumption that Night Sister magic is able to do that.
Which honestly, I feel like it can.
It probably could. It probably could.
I
But
mean, that being the case, why wouldn't they revive Savage? This is just complicated.
Yeah, it depends
I mean,
on like who was maybe like depends on, I guess, on the Night Sister that revived, right? Because
They-
Yeah,
oh, they
maybe
revived Empress, though.
circumstances. I don't know.
Because
I mean,
like,
we'll
how
find
does
out
Marok
if they
become
do
a part
that.
of? How does Marok become part of Morgan Elsbeth's like clientele, right? Because the
Yeah.
only way I could see is that Maul talks to Morgan Elsbeth
Yeah.
at some point and hands over Marok's body somehow. But then again,
The
why
Bibles
wouldn't it appear in
confusing,
The Mandalorian when Ahsoka fought Morgan Elsbeth, right?
Yeah, I
That's a
don't
good
know.
point, too.
It just goes back to whether, because I don't know, because Morgan Elsbeth did join the Empire,
And
so
maybe it also could be, sorry to interrupt, but it could also be like that's how Maul gets out of the Empire's way, right? It's through Morgan Elsbeth, in a way. Maybe through a threat, or like the Night Sister, Night Brother like relationship.
maybe.
I'm just spitballing. I could be,
Yeah, we're
granted.
just
I've
speculating. I
said
mean,
I've said a bunch of things that's already been proven wrong. So what's one
yeah.
more?
So yeah, I don't know. There's still a lot to speculate on, and there's still a lot of questions that will probably be answered.
Yeah,
Hopefully, maybe in this season, but we'll see.
yeah. I feel that's like one of my favorite things about Star Wars is because it gives you so much to think about. Like there's literally 1,000 options they can do, and like you think of it like a few dozen of them, and often you're just completely wrong, and
Yeah,
they still do pretty well with what they did.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, well, is that it for the today for
I
review?
think that's it. I think we've covered everything.
Yeah, everything with a few side tangents going off into yonder, like usual.
Yeah, I mean the episodes like recording time is probably as long as the 2 episodes.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, because this is 33 minutes. All right. Well, if you guys enjoyed, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll catch you next week with the mall review. See ya. Bye.
See